Hi, I'm John Londells, and today I'm going to give you a quick video showing you the unboxing of my new microphone, the Rode Podcaster USB mic. So here it is, just arrived from Amazon, so let's get straight into this. Always love getting new boxes. See what we've actually got. Okay, nicely packed. So here, as we can see, we've got the Podcaster. We have the shock mount. And we have the Rode Studio arm. Okay, let's get these on the table. So this is actually a replacement for my old Yeti, which has served me really well for 3 years. Great microphone, but unfortunately the USB interface has failed on it. So it kind of works, but it works with a really horrible hiss, completely unusable now. I decided it was time to take things to the next level, and that's why I've gone for the Rode. So, here's the microphone itself. Let's have a look inside the box. Okay, so we have a nice I Heart Rode sticker, and here it is. That is a serious microphone. It's a really good weight in the hand, feels good quality. And now I know why James Franco loves them so much. It says on here, I don't know whether we can see that. Probably not, but it says on the bottom here, made in Australia. So that's the microphone. We've also got in the box here so we have the USB cable. Going to be using that shortly. I have a 10-year warranty and an instruction manual. So that's the microphone itself. Next thing is the shock mount. Let's have a look at that. So this shock mount, it kind of looks something like a Christmas decoration. The idea of it is, all of these things here are rubber. So the microphone sits in the middle, and when it's sitting there, it's completely isolated from the stand and everything surrounding, so it's much less likely to pick up noise. And at the top here, it's got a nice little connector, which will go onto the microphone arm. So let's have a look at the arm. Okay, so we have the instruction manual, gives us an idea of more or less what it's going to look like. And we also have a number of pieces here. So I'll start with the obvious one, what we have here is the desk mount. So this will sit underneath, probably on top of the desk like that. And then with this, I can actually fix it on, and the microphone stand will sit in the top there. We then have a little brass bush if we need to put a different size microphone stand on here. Now looking at this, we can see this has actually got both sides available. Might not show very well on the video, but we've got both sizes available in there, so we'll have a look, see which one works the best. We then have this little piece of kit here. This is for if you want to actually drill your desk. So you can drill the desk, and has a bush on the bottom here that we can use to secure it. And that does a much neater mount, but since I'm in a rented place here, I'm probably not going to start drilling the furniture. So I'll pack that away for now, and it may come in handy in the future. The main piece is in here. I have to say it's extremely well packed. So it says on here, caution spring loaded, so I'm probably not going to open it without reading the instructions. Okay, so the first thing it wants me to do is to mount the desk clamp, so I'll do that. Okay, so I've got my desk clamp mounted, out of the way behind my iPad. I don't know whether you can see it there on the video. Mounted nicely out of the way, not going to bother me there. So next thing I need to do is to insert the arm into the hole. Now it says caution spring loaded, doesn't seem to be too hard a spring, so let me just unpack this. So yep, spring loaded, and there we have it. And sits in there. And I'm going to need to bring this round. And we'll mount this in here. Probably easier to do this at the desk. So. A little tip to make this easier to do. You notice I've straightened off the connector on the bottom here. Just makes it a little bit easier to handle whilst I'm fixing it on here. And it's important that I get it the right way around, which I believe I have. So I can tighten this. So what we have here, we have the actual mount itself, the shock mount, and we have a little nut that will tighten up against it. That makes it all nice and solid. And the microphone comes in here. So. Very important here to keep this, not get it cross-threaded. But it is a good solid fit in here. That's a nice tight fit. Still got the bush from the bottom of the microphone, but clearly I'm not going to need it right now. Then what we'll do is we'll run the cable through here. So Rode kindly provide these loops. There's one here. You can see one on the top there, one further back, and one down the bottom here. Just allows us to feed the cable down here really nicely. So what I'm going to do is place the USB bottom here. Now without putting any strain on it, I'm going to bring it up to this top. This top one here. As I say, it is important to make sure we don't strain the cable. We want it to hang nice and freely. We want to keep it out the way. So, next one. At the elbow here, I will leave a little bit of slack because it needs to be able to move freely. And then we'll just feed it into the bottom. Probably going to do this about halfway up, so I've got a bit of play on the cable. Okay, so now if we put this in place, there I have my new Rode microphone. So let's take a closer look at it.